been so long since we last chatted. So we just got back from our UK trip, which was amazing. We had such a gorgeous time, and I shared a little bit the first part last week, but over the next couple of weeks or months probably, I'll be sharing little bits here and there throughout the usual kind of garden and home and Adelaide Hills, and even Christmas content is just around the corner. So yeah, but I'll still be peppering in a bit of the UK content because, oh my gosh, we had such a beautiful time. So I want to share all the little moments and beautiful places we went to. It's so nice to be home. I don't know if you can hear Kalina, she's just in the backyard barking right now. But we missed her so much while we were away, so it's so nice to just be back. And because it's a little bit cold still, she wants to snuggle in bed. We definitely let Kalina in the bed, so she's right at the top at the moment, which is nice. I'm sure it's not for everyone, but because she's so little, it's just, yeah, she fits right in between the top of our pillows. Oh my god, I'm sharing too much. Everyone's probably like, that's disgusting. Sorry if you're not into dogs in beds, but anyway, it's really nice. Just, you know, being home and popping the fire on. Like, it's a bit chilly today, so I'm excited after getting into the garden. So the garden is looking super crazy right now. It's really overwhelming, but I think, yeah, today's the day I need to get in there and start organizing it and just pulling things out. A lot of stuff has gone to seed, so has to go, and just start prepping for summer. So yeah, I'm gonna head out there, and then my little reward will be popping the fire on and getting cozy afterwards. But for now, let's get into the garden. Finish my matcha first. I think Kalina likes being carried at the moment because the grass is so wet and a little bit long, so she doesn't want to get her paws too dirty. No. So we'll just have a little wander around and see what's what. But yeah, all the beds, kind of a lot. The pathways are full to the brim with weeds. It's actually, I don't even know where to start, honestly. I think I might need to get some cardboard down and just lay it. Possibly, but anyway, we'll go through the beds. So this one's like not too bad. There's a bit of like lettuce over there, and there's a lot going on actually. We've got broad beans at the back. I left my dahlias in as well, so they're all somewhere underneath, ready to pop out soon. I think some are even starting to shoot, and we've got some lupins in there. I've got lots of weeds. Larkspur, which has just popped up literally everywhere in the garden from last year's larkspur, which I'm not mad about. I'm kind of going to let it go and just have an abundance. Lots of coriander everywhere as well. We've got some dill here and some spinach. Oh, that's not good. We've got a little raspberry there that we need to pull out. And poppy. Yeah, I don't know where these poppies came from, but they've popped up everywhere, which is kind of cool. I love my poppies. And then we've got a row of bok choy in this one as well. And over here I've got a few bags, which I thought I had potatoes in, but they haven't popped up in either of these. And then I've just got like some peas in both of them, actually. Yeah, which need a bit more of a trellising actually. So yeah, anyway. And then this bed is actually quite devastating. So I can see my asparagus, which usually is at that end, hasn't come up, and they would be about 3-4 years old now, but I think I cut them off too late last year and they just haven't seemed to pop back. So I thought I'd get another round of asparagus in summer or something last year, and it just never got to go to seed, and so I'm not sure what's happened, but it seems like
it's not coming back, which is so devastating. So I'm gonna have to dig it up and see if the tuberous roots, if the root system kind of thing is down there. Otherwise I'm gonna have to start again with my asparagus, which is not fun because it's a very slow crop. Yeah, you have to wait a few years, at least 2-3 years for your first round of picking, and I should be able to start picking mine definitely now. Last year was the first year. So anyway, really hoping it's just late to the party and it's going to come up. But anyway, what else is in this bed? I've got some broad beans that aren't looking very good. It's from the pink broad bean ones with the pink flowers, and they didn't look like good seeds actually when I opened the packet, and yeah, really such a shame because I was excited about them, but they're not looking good. And then I've got a potato in there as well, and some more larkspur that's popped up. We've got coriander, which is actually starting to go to seed. Oh, it smells so good. And we've got some snow peas and some sweet peas actually up here, which need some guidance to start climbing. I think that's one of the tasks I've got to do today, is start tying things up, because everything is just leaning over. Nothing's, yeah, will be gentle, but they're all wrapping around to the plants. But yeah, got to tie things up onto those trellises. And then I've just got some more brassicas. Actually, I think I pulled something out of here yesterday, but some broccolini that's gone to shoot, going to seed and flower, and then these, I can't remember what brassicas they are, but I'm hoping they're broccoli or something, because they're the only ones that haven't gone to seed, but they haven't got flower, like they haven't got any heads yet. So hoping they get there and we'll have some late season yummy broccoli or something. And so behind me in these two beds, you can see these broccolis have just gone to flower. So I think I'm gonna try and pull up pretty much most of these beds. There's a bit of garlic in there, which is not looking great, because as usual all my garlic was pulled up by something, and the ones that are left aren't looking great anyway, so maybe they were just saving me from the shame of another failed garlic crop. No, but anyway, so even my rainbow chard has actually gone to seed and stuff already, which I only feel like I just planted before I left, so that really bolted quickly. But yeah, so just going to pull out all this stuff. The bees have really loved it the last few days since we've been back, so I think they're starting to get a little bit droopy now anyway, and they've probably got all the pollen they can. So yeah, that would be nice to clear those so we can kind of start fresh and visualize where everything's going to go. I've got a few little peas that are coming up and some beans that look like they've already been eaten, but I think in these beds I want to maybe start almost putting in tomatoes or pumpkin or something like that that are going to trail over these arches. But yeah, so a lot of pulling out really, and in these pathways they're covered in carrots. So I had a carrot plant that I left to go to seed, and they're just everywhere in the pathways. It's hilarious. That one's obviously not ready, but it's all good. They're everywhere. So I kind of did just let them go. I wonder if this one's ready. It's a bit bigger. Oh no. Oh, it's a little one. But yeah. Kalina, do you like carrots? Want to try that? Yeah, it's not quite ripe. You're gonna give it a crack. Here's my almond tree, which is doing super well. This is one of my best trees, like best performing trees. It always does super well, and it's got so many almonds on the branches. Probably needed a bit more of a haircut. So after this kind of flush, I'm really going to work out how to properly prune an almond tree and yeah, just shape her a little nicer. But so happy. I'm gonna have so many almonds, and I've actually, to thin them out a little bit, been picking them and snacking on them, which is cool because I love my almonds early before they kind of are fully formed anyway, but when the jelly turns just white and solid, but you can actually eat them just like bit tangy. It's kind of lemony. It's so cool. But yeah, I think it's like in Middle Eastern cultures and stuff, they have fresh almonds and stuff, and you can chop them up and put them in salads and things, and I can definitely see why. It's so yum. But yeah, still went for the jelly bit anyway. So yeah, got heaps of fruit on that, and then I've got next door my pomegranate tree, which still hasn't got any flowers yet, but hoping we will finally get some flowers and fruit this year. I got a couple of flowers last year, but they fell off. But she is kind of getting bigger, so yeah, and it's a really healthy tree. It's the wonderful variety, and I would love some wonderful pomegranates this year because I absolutely love eating them. They're so rich in antioxidants and just good for you, and love adding them to salads and things in the summer. So yeah, in autumn. But yeah, so that would be nice. And then behind we've got my cherry trees. Okay, so we've got my 3 cherry trees. These 2 are doing the best, but I can't believe how many flowers there are this year. Like all potential cherries. Like every year, obviously, you get more and more, especially while they're young still. Yeah, these are going on their 4th, 5th year, I guess, like 4th year in the ground, which is just so exciting. Like, wow, there's just so many blooms, and especially on that one as well. My one at the end has the least amount, and I can't remember. I know I got a Lapins and a Stella, and I can't remember the last variety I got, but they were all dark red kind of cherries, which are great for Adelaide Hills, and hopefully sweet varieties. But yeah, so this year I'm going to do a proper job at netting them, because last year I did attempt at netting them and they still kind of got eaten by the birds. I think I did a bad job. So this year I'm going to get serious about my netting to protect at least these 2 trees, because there's hopefully going to be quite a good amount of cherries, which is going to be so special. If I can pick cherries for Christmas, oh, she's going to be a happy girl. So yeah, wow, there's so many. Like, just check out this, like so many. What a burst. Like, I think I'll have to thin these out as well if they do start producing the fruits. I'll just pinch out a few here and there. They're just loaded, like all the way up, bursting. It's amazing. There's so many blooms. I could not even count at all. Like last year I think I attempted to count, it was like 50 or 100 on one, and yeah, this year, goodness, there's like 100 or so on this one branch. It's amazing. Oh, I can even see this one. The flowers have come off and you can see the cherry forming here. Wow, check out these ones. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, now I know you can probably see how crazy the pathways are looking. I'm calling this year the crazy year. I'm letting it go, mostly. So I'm obviously going to be taking out the weeds, but a lot of this, like this is grass and there's weeds in here. So I've got to do a whole lot of weeding, but there's so much parsley, which I absolutely love. And I've got Queen Anne's lace, I've got calendula, heaps of the larkspur. What else? Forget-me-nots, achillea or yarrow. There's just lots of beautiful plants that I love that have just self-seeded everywhere in the paths this year, which doesn't always happen. So I usually do plant a few random things like my watermelons here anyway, just to make the most of the space. And you know, it's kind of like a food forest, let's call it that. That's what we're doing this year. I'm trying to convince Mark that it's going to be all good, because yes, he likes things nice and neat and tidy. But you know, when you've got a really strong produce potential year, I think we're just going to make the most of it. So I'm kind of going to do all the weeding I can, but we'll be leaving a lot of these flowers and stuff, because you know, then I can just share them with my friends and family. I love it. I love, you know, all this edible stuff that's like, you know, it's living mulch. And yeah, I'm just gonna let it go this year. So excuse the pathways. I will be taking the weeds out, but it is gonna look quite crazy, I think, this season. And I think I'm, yeah, gonna make peace with that, and hopefully Mark will too. Wink. So this pear tree actually has 2 grafts on it. I think it's like a Packham or like something pear tree, and then we've got, I think, a Nashi pear, which have already started forming their fruits. And then there's heaps of fruits on the actual, I think the Packham or whatever pear tree it is. And then this one hasn't actually got any, oh, it's got a few buds on this graft, but I think hopefully this is a Corella pear, which is like that kind of got a red kind of tinge to it and bottom kind of thing. I love them in like vegan cheese boards and things like that, and just snacking, they're so crisp and crunchy. Yeah, so really excited for some pears this season as well. But yeah, it's just so exciting because growing them from like their little babies when they were just little sticks in the ground, and now, you know, a few years later seeing them be so productive and get so many flowers, just, it's so exciting. It makes me so happy. And here's the Eureka lemon tree, which is doing so good. The leaves looking a little bit better. They were looking quite sad, but it does look like, yeah, it is struggling a bit. I should have probably taken quite a bit of this fruit off because it's really working overtime to sustain them. So now that they've come this far, I'm just gonna let them kind of finish getting ripe. A lot of them are ready to pick anyway. So I think I'm gonna pick them and maybe, yeah, just leave them on the bench. I've got so many, I probably dehydrate some as well as little drink toppers and stuff like that, decorations. But very happy with the lemons because that's one that, like, you know, it's only been fruiting, this is the 2nd year really, and oh, it's amazing. We use lemons in almost everything, so super excited. And there's just so many little buds and stuff already for the next lot of fruiting as well, which is awesome. Lastly, we've got the quince tree, which has a record amount of flowers again, which is awesome. These are some of my favorite flowers, probably my favorite flower ever. Like, look at these, they're just incredible. They're so beautiful, like the little pinkish tinge, they're so delicate, just very fairy like. I love them. One of my favorite flowers to see in the garden, and blossoms. So yeah, there's a record amount of quinces this year, I think, and yeah, they're already starting to form. All the flowers are dying back, so that would be really fun because the birds really, I think the cockatoos came and ate a whole bunch last year, but hopefully there's enough for both of us this time. I did get a couple, but they were, some of them had pecks in them, but anyway, it's alright, we've got plenty. So I kind of just skipped over a few others that are still kind of waking up, but I thought I'd share the mulberry tree, which is looking amazing. At the front of the tree is the Chateau, and then at the back we've got like the other English variety, but they are looking so good, and there are so many on here this year, which is amazing. So these are the nice white long ones. So last year at this time of year, most of them all just dropped off, like they were all just on the ground. I woke up one morning and they were just all on the ground, but I think we may have gone past that because they are still on there, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're starting to really look established, whereas last year they looked a little bit flimsy, and quite like if you tickled them they would fall off. And so I think this year it's going to be a really good year, because yeah, they're actually starting to get big. I will try to thin them out a little bit, and just pick some off so they, you know, if any look a bit smaller or something, I'll just, yeah, kind of take them off as I go, because I do want to put, make sure its energy goes to, yeah, making some really yummy big fruits this year. But oh my god, yeah, I think we're going to get a really good harvest from the mulberries, which I love. Such a fun spring snack. So they won't be, yeah, maybe, I don't know, a month away or something, but not too long until we'll be munching on mulberries. Okay, so it's looking pretty wild at the moment. Everything has kind of bolted and gone to flower. I've got heaps of brassicas in here. There's a couple that haven't actually gone to flower yet, so hopefully I can keep those in and we'll get a little bit of a late crop of broccoli and things. But yeah, today I really want to spend a bit of time pulling a lot of this out. The bees have been loving it, but I do want to start making way for the new kind of summer veggies that have got to go in, and just revitalizing the beds before I put them in. So yeah, I'm going to cut a lot of this back and pull it out and just tidy up in general. Like this bed, which I want to put my tomatoes in again, which I know you're not really supposed to, but because I put peas in and a few things that are meant to kind of refresh and nitrogen fix the soil, I'm hoping it's going to be okay, because there has been things in between just the tomatoes, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so I do need to do a huge overhaul and clean up and cut back. This one, I don't know if I can save it, but yeah, anyway, it's a lot of pulling out. There's a fennel that's going to seed that is looking really wild, and I have a few fennel seedlings that I planted before I left, so I'm going to try and pull that out and just replant a few things. But a lot of it's doing good, like the broad beans are doing good, and we've got the larkspur and things, and the peas and stuff are coming along. They just need a bit of help guiding up here, because they'll only be in for another like 4 weeks, and then I'll be swapping over to tomatoes, so which is going to be so exciting. But yeah, a lot of this is just coming to life, and then it feels like you just have to kind of change it up. So I've got the poppies coming back again, the Californian poppies. There's a lot going on in that bed, so I really need to tidy that one up particularly, and the rest of them, like I've got lots of rocker in here that I think I'm going to pull out and yeah, just kind of save a bunch of the rocker and share it with friends and family. And then yeah, what else? And then same with the old beds as well, a lot of stuff that just needs to come out, like brassicas and stuff. So it's a lot of pulling out, and then yeah, just topping up the beds and things. So I think I'm gonna get the wheelbarrow out and we'll start filling her up. Oh God. I've got a big radish too. So you probably know I struggle with taking things out and doing the hard things, but I just love it when it does look full. At the same time it looks crazy, but I like a bit of crazy, and I don't know, it's sad when it's like you're going to pull it out and there's going to be nothing there for a little bit, but it's going to be rewarded after with new things which will grow big as well. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull my coriander out. There is a lot to be saved here though, actually, thinking about it. So I think, what am I going to do? I'm going to cut off the whole bunch first, and then I'm going to pull it all out, I reckon. Yeah, let's do that. Lovely. Can't let this go to waste. And I'm going to my parents, well, I'm going to see my mum tomorrow, so I can bring her some coriander. It smells so good. Oh my God. some of the roots are still stuck in there. This is crazy here. The rock on this side and then the fennel here. So I'm just gonna have to start cutting this rock, this fennel, and then I think the root is gonna be really hard to dig up, which is probably why I didn't even dig it up before you left. It probably needed to be dug up then, but anyway, I'm gonna have to just cut it and then, yeah, use like a pitchfork or something to get the bulbs out. Yeah, check out in there. Crazy town. I wonder if it even's edible still. Looks pretty good.
Corre pra ver a cor do mar. O sol já tá pra nascer, vai clarear. Acorda e corre pra ver a cor do mar. O sol já tá pra nascer, vai clarear.
Okay, back is officially sore after our first go back in the garden, but I think we made a good start on clearing everything. Yeah, I was a bit nervous at first, but then I got in there and I cleared heaps of stuff, so I'm pretty proud I did it. And we got heaps of produce. I didn't expect to have so much, and there's just so much. This is just what we kind of need. We're using the carrots and beetroots for dinner this week and stuff, so I thought might as well, just while we're doing it, pick them now. I've still got heaps of lemons to pick and stuff. And then yeah, took all the fennel out. Most of it was probably not that great, but there's still heaps that does seem like it's still quite good, which is awesome because we can just share that with family and friends and stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we'll go around and drop that off. I think I did probably my best carrots also this season, so I've still got a bunch more to pick, but it's a pretty good one, nice and straight, not like this guy. But yeah, did pretty good with the carrots. The last of the beetroot, I've got to pop more beetroot in, and then yeah, we got heaps of rocket, which filled this whole bowl, but it's just been sitting here for a little while now and it's wilted down. Picked a bit of lettuce for dinner tonight and peas, a couple of radishes. bit of broccolini that was still fresh from the stuff I pulled up. We've got some leeks as well. So there's a few more in there, and I'm just so happy with them. They're not like the biggest, but at least they've got a lot of that white stuff. So I'm super excited. Might have to make potato bake or something and add it in. I'll cut those up and put those in the fridge. And just the coriander from the ones I pulled up as well. But we've still got heaps of coriander in the other beds. So yeah, ready to wash all this up and take it inside, and yeah, pop the fire on. I've missed the fire so much while we were away. We did have a fire a couple of the places we stayed at, but oh, it's so nice to be back home again. And yeah, I think, yeah, we're just gonna make Mexican for dinner tonight. And yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a shorter one today, but still getting over the jet lag. And yeah, it's just nice to get back into the garden. So I wanted to touch base and give you a little update on where I'm at in the garden. But yeah, I'm excited for the exciting months to come and all the planting to be done. I'm probably gonna plant a few things out this week, like capsicums and maybe zucchini, and see if I can sow some more tomatoes and things, and yeah, I'll give you an update next week. I hope you're all well and have had a lovely weekend and have a blooming full week ahead. Alright, bye. Kalina, do you want to have another carrot? Kalina, there's another little carrot here. You want to try a carrot?